one of early days of my career covering games in Ottawa. There was a review that went the other way against Boston, and Harry Sinden was in a suite up in the press room just above my head, and it took him a second to register, and all of a sudden it's like, holy you us. You us. And he slams his head and he's screaming, and you can hear this and he gets out of the room and he starts pounding in the video review room in Ottawa, and you can see how visibly shaken up the video review judge or official is in Ottawa, and he's just keeping the door locked. And he wound up getting fined a few days later for it. But it was like, that scene at the end of a Flintstone cartoon where Fred's locked out of the house by Dino and he's banging on the door, Wilma! It's the Clear and the Crease podcast, powered by your friends and ours at BODOG. What's happening, everybody? I'm Cebulski. He's the Calder Trophy winner, Andrew Raycroft. Razor in the house. Call me the Cup winner. The boys are all back. And, well, guys, I think we might have to rename our Saturday night special to How Can Cebulski Screw This Up Each and Every Week? I mean, you guys deliver the goods each and every week. The pros, the way you guys break down. This is why you guys get the big bucks and why they pay me and bananas each week, right? And so, once again, I screwed it up, boys. Kami, I'm sorry. Razor, I'm sorry. Kami, can you ever forgive me?
I will. I forgive you. You know what? Let's try moving forward. Let's try a couple weeks, or let's just try 1 week. Let's get to some reliable organizations like the Dallas Stars at home. That's nice.
Yeah.
We start going out with our Sens. We're talking they're going to win games that you don't think they have any chance in, and they're going to lose ones that you think, oh, man, this is a layup.
There's an old saying that was once shared to me a long time ago that I clearly just do not listen to, and that is
don't bet with your heart.
Pick with your head, not with your heart. But
that's the
problem is this is pretty empty, as a lot of people have figured out over the years, Razor. So I mean, you knew that, me asking you questions over the years. So
yeah, no, there's not much there. So you're all heart though, Seaball. That's why we love you. You're all heart.
You can't quit.
Keep plugging along. Lots to get to. Why don't we dive into our Saturday night special for the Clear and the Crease podcast, and we look at 3 winners every Saturday night. And for this Saturday, look, I got burned with the Sens last week. They were on a roll. They had points in 7 straight games. And then, of course, the surging LA Kings just come on in and steal one with a 1-0 victory. Who knew? Anyway, okay, where are we going this week, Razor? Kick off the money line.
Oh, I'm going to the sexy one. Saturday night, the Stanley Cup rematch.
Ooh.
The Edmonton Oilers are in Florida. Their 3rd game in 4 nights after the swing through Florida. I am taking the Cats. I am taking the Florida Panthers to beat the Edmonton Oilers on Saturday night in the rematch of the Stanley Cup.
Ooh, we kind of talked about this last episode about this 2-week stretch would be very indicative of what we are going to see from the Panthers, and does the switch go off? And yes, they lost to Tampa last week, but at the same time, this team, wins over Vegas, look good against Washington. Some other big games coming up this week as well. And then you've got that Stanley Cup rematch. These are the 2 weeks, I think, that the defending champs kind of need to get themselves going. And they seem to be going in the right direction anyway. So I like that pick. Kami, where are you going?
My one loss was in Nashville. I took my Calgary Flames to beat the Nashville Predators. I'm going to go back to Nashville. And if it doesn't work out... Wait,
you've only lost once this year? You've only got one.
Yeah, my Calgary Flames let me down.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it was in Nashville. I'm going to go back to Nashville. If this doesn't work out, I'm not going anywhere near Tennessee ever again for the rest of the year. The Nashville Predators just got smoked over there in Sweden. 4 Cobb. Thanks for crossing the ocean. Against Pittsburgh, they got 6 days off to hopefully not think about it too much. Maybe they learned something in practice or find something. I don't know, but at least they should be well rested. I'm going to take them to beat. I do not love this, but the Colorado Avalanche.
I love it. It's a great pick.
At Bridgestone, still called Bridgestone
Tons
Arena.
of
I'm sure
value.
Nashville. Yeah, Colorado is good. Nashville is not. So they better have a great week of practice. I know. Let's get those odds up there.
That's what you can do when you win a bunch, C-ball. You can go out on a limb.
Take some chances.
Yeah, you can be bold. Yeah. Now here I am.
You can't be bold.
Screaming
don't be bold here.
desperation. You know, I'll go with another former commie squad here, and I'm going to look at the Detroit Rock City Red Wings playing very well right now. And I just jinxed them, as I said, they've been playing well. They're at home to another in the Commie Classic, the Columbus Blue Jackets on Saturday in Motown. Give me Detroit. They are proving me wrong so far this season that keep thinking that they're going to be on the outside looking in. They continue to gobble up points in October and November here, guys. So I'm going to go with the Motor City Red Wings to help pay this one off this week, guys. Is this a crazy? Is this going out on a limb, or does this feel like a
three
safe
home
pick?
teams? I like it.
That's a good pick.
Well,
I like
Tommy's
that.
the one on the, Tommy's out there, so we'll see.
I'm the one out there this week.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting until
Good pick,
Saturday
C-ball.
night.
I like that.
Well, I'm just waiting till Saturday night around
Blue
10:30
Jackets are going to come to play.
when Razor's got a big cup of cognac in his hand and Commie's got a giant stogie, and the two of them say,
Again.
You screwed this up again.
Olivier is going to have 4 goals, just high stepping it around there. He scored 4 goals, beating everybody up.
There you go. So there's your Saturday night special picks for the Clearing the Crease podcast special that you can find every weekend on BODOG. We're going Detroit. We're going the Predators. And Razor, last but not least, you've got
Florida Panthers.
Panthers.
Over the
Cup
Oilers.
rematch.
There we go. The Cup rematch. All right. So there you go. Book it. Book it. This one's coming through, everybody. This is coming through. All right. Speaking of getting paid, I want to dive in. Adrian Kempe, the latest massive contract signed, where Kempe getting a 10.5 AAV, 8 years time, $85 million. Great for him as he stays put with the LA Kings. Guys, I just want there's been a run of contracts since the beginning of October with substantial deals. Last week, you had Shane Pinto with the Sens. He goes 4 times 7.5. Nice little number there that kind of falls in line with everybody else with that organization. Jacob Markstrom re-ups with Detroit 2 times 6. How about Natchez in Colorado? 11.5. I mean, who saw that payday coming through about a year and a half ago? Cooley getting $10 million a year in Utah. Harley at 10.5. Hudson at 8.85 in Montreal. Jack Eichel 13.5 since the beginning of October. McDavid going in for like a bargain of a deal at 12. Or Kyle Connor at 12 with the Jets, and then McDavid at 12.5 with the bargain of the year. Just all sorts of monster numbers. The needle has moved, and yet as GMs try to figure out what the new landscape looks like, everybody's getting paid here. Razor, I want to start with you on this one. What is the trend here where most people would typically say, let's see how the season plays out? Everybody's locking up here quick, tight, and tidy early.
2 things. One, the cap's going up. There's just so much money available. The money machine's just zipping that thing out into the National League, and over the next 4 or 5 years, it's exponentially getting bigger, and there's a lot of money out there. But number 2, and this is the biggest thing I think, and from all accounts, talking to everybody, is you don't want to lose your best player. You can't afford to lose any of these guys. You just can't afford. Look at the Toronto Maple Leafs. I know we're going to talk about the Leafs. They lost Mitch Marner. They lost 110 points right out the window. They can't figure it out. They don't. You can't get that back. You're never getting another Mitch Marner. None of these guys are going on free agency. None of these guys are available. Everybody wants a second line center that can score 80 points. Well, the reason why you can't get them is because those guys get signed for $8 million well before they can go to free agency. Their extension's locked in place. You're just not letting that guy go. So the Adrian Kempe, if he went free agency, he probably gets $15 million at this point, because there's literally going to be nobody else. But you want to stay there, you want to be on that team, and the LA Kings will overpay or at least the perceive overpay, give you 8 figures to keep you because they can't lose Adrian Kempe. You're not getting another guy like that back. And that's so there's a ton of money out there, but more importantly, you just can't find players anymore in free agency. And so you have to sign your guys. When you have them and they score 30 goals consistently, you can't let that guy go.
Tommy, it seems like for the last, I don't know how many years, we look ahead to these prospective free agent classes, projecting 2 years in advance. It's like, oh man, this class of 26, it's going to be big. And then all of a sudden we kind of get within 11 months of it and it's like, boop, 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 and they all disappear. And that market all of a sudden looks like, hey, Jack Roslovic is still available here. So I don't disrespect to Jack Roslovic, but
he's doing great.
He's been doing great, but he lingered forever. But yeah, it's just funny how these free agency classes quickly evaporate when all of a sudden they get in the on deck circle.
Well, I would say, is there also, you guys know better than I, is that 8-year thing going to be gone too? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
going down to 7,
that might have something a little bit to do as well. If somebody's sitting there, I was never in this boat to the extent that these guys are. I still think if you want to maximize your dollars and you want to bet on yourself, I still think you take shorter deals and perform. And the cat.
And we're seeing that, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. But I also, I'm not going to sit here and kid anybody. If I'm sitting there and Ken Holland calls me and says, hey, here's 8 times 11 or whatever, you got to sign this now or it's gone or whatever. However Ken does his shady negotiating. I've been part of that. You're sitting there and it's like, how do I say no to this? Who cares if I can make an extra couple $1 million? I'm all set. Everybody that I know is all set. So I get it. It's great. It's just, down here or whatever, people, biggest differences and stuff with hockey from when you played. And there's on ice a little bit of differences and stuff, of course. But I think one of the big ones is just how you can get paid so much so early. And it's been like this for a few years. This didn't just happen, overnight, but it's God, if you can just keep it on the train tracks for 1.5 years when you're young, you got a good shot of being all set, which, I guess it's awesome for the young guys and obviously the older guys, and some guys get squeezed out, but it is what it is. BODOG should get Pinto. We need to get him an account too.
But look at both what you guys but look on the flip side. Look at those rookie deals that over the last 30 years. That was the first thing where it was kind of like the Alexander Daig rule going back to the 90s. And he got a huge contract, and then it was like, well, is he living up to it? And so the general managers wanted to get that was the first sort of salary control. Let's stick it to the rookies, especially, and really the first round picks that got impacted. But what were your ELCs? What did those look like? Because you guys, I don't think either of you were first round picks, if I remember correctly. And so, what are those salaries? And there's still sort of limitations in terms of what you can make in your ELC, and yet the numbers continue to push up for those guys as well.
I'll go first, Razor. Those rookies got smoked on their signing bonus. Remember that? It went from $1 million before 04, 05 or 1.2 down to went first overall. You got $200,000 or something like that. So they did get killed there for a little while. As far as my situation, mine was I finished my 3rd year at University of North Dakota. I was drafted in the 2nd round, and I was offered the numbers were whatever about the league minimum was. I don't know, $500,000 maybe. If 3-year deal in the minors, my salary was 50 with a guarantee of making 75 grand.
50.
And 50 grand. Yeah. That
goes a long
ways.
Wow.
Yeah. No, in the minors.
In the minors, though.
But even still, was a 2nd round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my signing bonus was $450, which was pretty good. And I wanted to go back to the University of North Dakota for my senior year. I got treated really well there. We just won a national title, and we were only losing a couple guys. We should be the next year. I'm like, man, we should be pretty good again next year. So in my heart, I wanted to go back, but they had that rule. I don't know if it's still around, where because I was a college guy and I was drafted, So there's Lou Lamoriello offered me $450,000. If I go back for my senior year, let's say I go back, I'm an All-American, we win another national title, I score 35 goals. Lou Lamoriello comes at the end of that season. Hey, Mike, great season. You know that $450,000 you could have got last summer? Well, now it's $3,000. And if you don't like it, I have no choice. I'd have to sit out a year like RJ Umberger did. So I really I'm like, man, I can't, I was painting white. I was painting walls like this whiter for $3 an hour at UNT. I went into the season with like $1,500 in my account. Like I didn't have any money. So I'm like, man, that 450 sounds real nice. So I was gone. But anyways, things have changed.
Yeah. Razor, did you get hammered or were you okay?
No, I was good too because I was the same year. So I was before the ELC got smoked. That was the 05 lockout that really smoked the rookies. So I was part of the good old days a little bit. Now I was with the Boston Bruins, probably the Bruins and the Devils. Kami and I had the two of the stingiest or the hardest to negotiating the teams in the league by far. So, but I was a fifth round pick, so I had nothing, but I did win OHL MVP and major junior goalie of the year, but I was in the same boat a little bit where I didn't want to go back into the draft. I just didn't want, I could have really rolled on the dice, bet on myself, went back into the draft, but I didn't want to be back an overage goalie. I didn't it was time to go. So I got 700. I got a lot for a fifth round.
You got 700?
Yeah, I didn't go max.
Nice.
Though. Guys were
that's pretty good.
Right?
Yeah.
So I did pretty good, but my minors was 75, like Kami. My NHL was like 600 or something. Like I didn't get all the way up to like Brad Richards that year, right? Brad Richards was like a third round pick. He won CHL MVP and he got max across the board. Like I was pushing for that, but we didn't get that close. I got lucky because otherwise we would have signed for the $80,000 that they do now.
Yeah.
Was Harry Sinden still part of that mix? Have a say in your negotiation or not?
He was there, he was there at draft day and stuff, but he wasn't in on my negotiations. No, it was Mike O'Connell.
Just on a quick sidebar, I still early days of my career covering games in Ottawa. There was a review that went the other way against Boston, and Harry Sinden was in a suite up in the press room just above my head, and it took him a second to register, and all of a sudden it's like, holy you yes. Yes. And he slams his head and he's screaming, and you can hear this and he gets out of the room and he starts pounding in the video review room in Ottawa, and you can see how visibly shaken up these poor guys, the video review judge or official is in Ottawa, and he's just keeping the door locked. And he wound up getting fined a few days later for it. But it was like, that scene at the end of a Flintstone cartoon where Fred's locked out of the house by Dino and he's banging on the door. Wilma! That was Harry Sinden trying to get into the video review room.
Harry's the best. He is the best. But nothing. You don't get anything by him. That's for sure.
I was just thinking those were your contract negotiations with individuals like that. Jack Hughes suffering what is being described as a freak injury, out for the next 2 months. The Devils are off to such a sensational start to this season.
2 months.
2 months, 8 weeks.
I didn't know.
Hand surgery. 2 months.
Yeah.
Mama.
Okay, keep going. Sorry, I interrupted you.
At a team dinner. Look, there's not a lot of team dinner, and I mean, we could have a lot of fun speculating, but at the same time, let me throw this to you guys. What is the freakiest injury you've seen in your years around this game? I'm sure did somebody slip in the shower, somebody goofing around. I mean, accidents happen, right? We always, as a parent, Razor, you can appreciate this. There's always sort of, hey, settle down. Yeah. Is there a freak injury that stands out for you guys from over your years?
I'll go first, Razor, because Razor, I know you got.
Razor, you got it.
Razor, I think Razor's going to have it because I'm so bad at this. I've been thinking about this ever since we brought it up pre-show, and when I'm sitting here, I'm sure when I'm driving to this Coyotes alumni thing, I'm going to think of something that's great, so I'll have it for next episode. But yeah, I can't. I mean, anyways, we could talk about the Hughes thing later. I don't have much. I mean, I have my own experiences there, but that doesn't. We're not interested in Russia. But when I got in that street fight, that wasn't. Well, not street fight, restaurant fight before the last 4 games of the season, and I gritted it out for the Admiral. I mean, my knee did not feel good, but I stumbled around the ice. But to TBD for me, because
wait a minute, for somebody who hasn't heard the story, what happened?
Long story short, I went to a really nice restaurant in Vladivostok, and 2 guys jumped me, and I got in a full-blown brawl. And I mean, this restaurant was packed. Like, it was on. I don't know what happened. I know I didn't do anything. I don't speak Russian, so I don't know how I would have insulted anybody. Nobody there spoke English, but all of a sudden I was on my way out, and I was getting smoked by 2 guys. So it ended up being a brawl back into the restaurant. I was throwing chairs. I mean, this was, as far as I was concerned, I don't know if these guys have a knife or I don't know what's going on. So anyways, I tweaked my knee somewhere in that thing. I think I fell over a table. And anyways, the fight was over and I was sitting in, it wasn't the drunk tank. It wasn't jail, but whatever. The holding cell at the police station. I'm sitting in there with 30 Mongolians, and I'm like, God damn, my knee's sore. Oh, what happened? But we had 4 games left. We needed to win. Well, it has the 3-point wins with the point system. We needed to win 3 of these games, and we were in the playoffs. And I'm like, man. Anyways, next day, big team meeting in Russia and giving me crap. I'm like, what do you want me to do? I went to dinner at 5:00 at night. Like, this didn't happen at 2 a.m. I'm like, what? It's the nicest restaurant in town. I'm not at a bar. Anyways, I got fined. I wanted to make my money back. So I just didn't say anything about my knee and kind of just, anyways, we ended up winning our last game to make the playoffs, and they paid me my money back. And I had a couple playoff games in me, and that was it. That was it. I've never played a professional game since.
Just again, though. What were
that's
like 2 guys?
That's the best part. That was it.
That's it.
What are 2 guys thinking though? Like, let's go after the 6'4" ginger in the restaurant.
Yeah, I don't know. And I know I didn't do anything. And I got the next day, I got this weird, or a couple days later, Twitter, and I get this in the mentions. I'm like, man, guys are asking me the imports are like, what happened? I'm like, man, I don't know. I had 10 beers, but I'm like, I was walking out of the restaurant. Like, I didn't do or say anything. And then I got some tweet from some random account. And it was like, I can't believe a man of your stature would do something like this. And I'm sitting here reading it. I'm like, what the? And I went to the one of the guys I was having dinner with, Ilya Zubov, one of Ottawa Senators' finest. He played about 50 games there or so, maybe more than that, actually. He speaks fluent both ways. I went to Zuby. I'm like, Zuby, what the hell happened? I'm like, he goes, nothing. I don't know. You came flying back in. The 2 guys jumped you. I'm like, what is up with this tweet? And he reads it. He's like, I don't know. I'm like, I was kind of rattled because I'm like, I don't sit there. Like, I don't start fights. Like, fist fights in restaurants, for Christ's sakes. So anyways, I was rattled for a little bit, but anyways, whatever. Got my fine money back. Kiss my whoever started that. Anyways, Razor, go ahead.
No. Well, I'm not going to mention the guy who did it because it's probably not fair, but we had I have a couple of them that involved broken ankles. But this one was really funny because it was in the minors. We're in Providence. Rookie party. We didn't get a limo because you have no money at the rookie party in Providence. We have the equipment truck. What do you got? You know who this is?
Is this a goalie?
No, that's the other one.
Okay.
That's my other broken ankle story.
I love how you raised your hand for that.
As soon as I heard ankle, I knew which way I was headed.
I have that.
Keep going.
That's my first broken ankle story. This is the second broken ankle story, probably a year later. In Providence, we don't get a limo, we get the equipment truck, right? We get the big white van of a pickup truck to drive us, or the Mercedes van, the driving us around. Go to a place, have dinner, go to another place, go to the bar. One guy gets up on top of the van at some point in the night, and it happens to be a little bit slippery, little rain, a little water, ends up on the top of the truck. Banana peels. and lands. Now, this guy had probably had 100 at this point, right? Like, so he gets up, he's okay, but he comes into the rink in the morning and his ankle's a watermelon, right?
Ooh.
But he's like, oh, I'm getting paid. I don't care. I'm getting paid. I'm going to put this thing in a skate and I'm going to get out on the ice. And he's trying to jam his broken. And finally the trainer comes out and he's like, dude, I can't, like, I let you do this long enough, but I can't hear you screaming in pain.
Right.
While you're trying to put your skate on to get out on the ice and like say that you did it while you walked onto the ice. Like, get out of here, you knucklehead.
Yeah.
So sure enough, he misses 2 months, probably doesn't get paid, or they work out some kind of a deal. But that was pretty comical to see that whole show go on for a day and a half. And very
did he go off the van? Did he go off the van or did he stay on the top?
No, he went off the van. Like he's dancing up on the van. He comes off.
He's having a great time. Then
he's having the best time of his life. Thinks he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Hits the banana peel, hits it, then drops down onto the concrete, broken ankle. So yeah, idiot. So yeah, there's and yeah.
I mean,
more
look, we don't want to speculate here, clearing the crease, but team dinner, hand injury. I mean, I'm assuming that they don't play like those. They don't play like those games back in the Westerns where they play with the knives. I'm assuming they're not doing that. So, I mean, I'm assuming nobody was chewing on his hand.
Breaks out or what?
Man.
Or a knife. Something there's some kind of a glass involved, more likely than not. There's a something like that.
Rookie
Wine
party,
glass.
maybe. They're probably not going to say anything though.
No, it's going to come
2
out.
months.
We'll get it.
God,
2 months.
It's not that guy's shoulders now; it's his hands.
No,
and
I know
dinner.
that's the thing, right?
And it's not like it's an expendable, and it's not like someone expendable, right? We're talking about like a face of the franchise type player that
Like he's backing into the Olympics with that one.
Yeah, exactly.
December, January.
We're starting to get into those. Yeah, it's going to be tight for timing.
Do some digging. I don't have a whole lot of contacts at New Jersey for the last 25 years. They couldn't wait to get rid of me, but there might be somebody new in there I can get a hold of.
Let's hit. I want to hit Don't Puck It Up. Razor, I don't know if you do have the Leafs for Don't Puck It Up, but you had a chance to cover a couple of those games right now. Obviously, you know what? The Jays have gone away. There's no more distraction, and there's like this bright spotlight now suddenly in Leafs Nation, kind of looking at this team scuffle. Like, what are you seeing? You touched on it a little bit last week, but you've had a chance to see even more since then. What's the trend?
Craig Berube, don't puck it up. Put this thing back on the rails quick, because it feels like it could get away from them. No Matthews. He gets injured by Zadorov the other day. Yeah. He's out for a couple of weeks. Stolarz can't make a save all of a sudden. Joe Woll comes back, but he still loses. Something's wrong. Something's not right there. The Marner hangover, possibly. Brad Treliving, Shane Doan, friends of the show. Both of those guys are great people in that organization, but got to be nerve-wracking a little bit. So, but again, this comes right now. It feels like, all right, Craig Berube, you were brought in to not have this kind of stuff happen in Toronto, to be the guy that can take all of this on and sort it out. So, it might be unfair at this point, but don't puck it up, Craig Berube.
Well, there you go. You got the Blues, Jackets, and Habs this week for the Leafs as we record this. So
4-point games nonstop.
Yeah, lots big ones there. Don't puck it up. Commie, where do you want to go on this one?
Guys, so yesterday, I got a little ticket here. This works in well with BODOG. So they got a little like sports book around here. So I was there the night before to watch some football games. Had a few drinks after the member, 2-day member. Anyway, so took the dogs for a walk to go get the vehicle, because left the vehicle there. It was like a 3-mile walk or whatever. A girlfriend and I with the 2 dogs. And so she goes to the car. It was her car. So I'm like, I had $100 in my pockets. I'm like, I'll go place a bet. So I walk in there and they have these machines. So they have a ton of machines. So one's lit up. I should have known a little bit better. So I just wanted to bet on the 4 games, football games, that were at like in the 2:00, the second wave or whatever. So let me run you through this. Niners at Cardinals. I took the Niners -3.5. Winner. Seahawks at Rams. I took the Seahawks +3. winner. Ravens in Cleveland. I took the Browns plus 7.5 winner. Last one, Chiefs at Denver. I took Denver plus 4.5. I put these things in, I hit it, get my ticket, and I'm like, man, that's a pretty good payday. So $100. So this is when I get the ticket yesterday. $100 basically pays me $3,000. Well, I get the ticket, so it's already, I've agreed to everything, ticket. Well, I didn't look before, and there was 2 selections still up there from whoever was on the screen before me.
Before you.
No.
Oh, no.
I haven't checked it. So
no.
obviously the result, but I have not checked it. I checked the football ones this morning because I couldn't really remember who I picked. And I'm like, man, I'm 4-0. Well, whoever was on there before was live betting college basketball. Stetson at Western Carolina. I got Western Carolina minus 5.5. And I've got Notre Dame basketball, Notre Dame at Ohio State, live betting. I got money line Ohio State. If those 2 things work out, I win $3,000. If either Western Carolina, wherever the hell that is, or Ohio State pucks it up, this thing's worthless.
So when are these games? Yeah, they haven't played yet, or you just can't
they're
find them?
all done. I just didn't want to check it before I did. Don't puck it up.
Oh man, this is great.
I know, and I think I might just wait and then just go to the thing. I won't look at any scores and just put the thing under the little scanner and see if it says loser or $3,000. So, anyways,
nothing quite screams desperation when you're playing Stetson and Western Carolina.
I don't think you could even find the score of that on the internet. You got to go to like the news,
Where the hell is Stetson?
Newspaper and look at the box score for that one.
I know. I can't believe it. It's so
that's the best.
For the games that I wanted, I've been getting smoked in football all year. I've been terrible. I went 4-0. Now I got Western Carolina and my Buckeyes. So we'll see. Could be a pretty good day or 0, one of the 2.
Good for you.
Oh, don't puck it up.
Don't puck it up, Connie.
That is funny. Do you want the result on that?
Or you know what? Why not? You got it?
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I think so.
Okay.
Western Carolina. What? Okay, who do you need?
Are you going Stetson at West Carolina?
Yeah.
I need Western Carolina to win that thing by 6 or more.
Western Carolina, 76-65.
Yes, God.
Yes. One more.
There you go.
Last one. Notre Dame at Ohio State. Come on. Ohio State just has to win the game.
Notre Dame, Ohio State. Notre Dame has to win?
No, Ohio State.
You need Ohio State to win? Ohio State 64-63. You win it!
Oh, you win it! 6-leg parlay.
The 6-leg parlay.
Thank you, whoever was on that machine before.
Look at you.
Yes.
What a day.
Oh, perfect. I can't wait to go.
Brilliant.
There you go.
I might call those Coyotes alumni guys, say, I ain't coming today. I got a ticket to cash.
Call that degenerate who was looking at Stetson in Western Carolina and go thank him somewhere.
That is all time.
Oh, that's great.
I
don't think I've ever hit a 6-leg parlay before. Actually, I'm sure I haven't.
Well done.
No, I don't think I've ever bet
you had
one.
no say on.
Yeah, 2 teams I had no idea. So I
is-
looked at my ticket and I'm like, man, what? And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't clear selections. What an idiot. But not anymore.
Not anymore. Now you're brilliant.
Man,
I gave away
that is a
$100 and my payday is $2,982.61.
Oh,
That's
We're
nice.
God bless you, Tommy. God bless
Beautiful.
you.
Wow, thank you. That was
well
great.
done, man. Well done. Only you. Only you.
Yeah, I'm
This is
hot.
the show. We got to just start having Tommy go in and randomly pick things.
And randomly
we'll
pick,
go check them on Monday morning.
You should do that. I should just go over there and I'll look for the screens that are on. I won't look because if it's on, it means somebody has recently touched them. If they black out, it means when you hit it, everything's erased.
Oh yeah,
that's what I should do. And then just don't look, but then pick a couple games and see what happens.
There's a new episode of Commie's Corner right there for everybody.
This is how
to
you
see.
gamble, guys.
This is how you play. You hear that, BODOG players? That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Real quick, just for me, for Don't Puck It Up,
Yes.
I got to say the Ottawa Senators. Look, you got Shane Pinto locked in for that same sort of type number that you've got Kachuk locked in. You've got Allmark locked in. You got Sanderson locked in. You got Shabbat, Pinto, Stützle, Cousins. Everybody is locked in until 2028. So I simply say this. You've got your core ready to go for a few years. Don't puck it up, Ottawa. You went through a miserable rebuild to try to get to this point. Now it's time to win. Ottawa, don't puck it up like you did for me last weekend and cost us in that clearing the crease Saturday night special.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, also, I just want to give a quick tip of the cap. We've lost a lot of hockey personalities and greats over the years. We didn't get a chance to hit it last week, but I do want to mention the passing of Mel Bridgman, gone too soon at the age of 70. There was a first overall pick back 50 years ago in 1975 by the Philadelphia Flyers. Also played for the Canucks, played for the Calgary Flames, or played for the Flames organization as
Devils
well.
too.
And also, yeah, and the Devils, and also the very first general manager in the rebirth of the Ottawa Senators back in the early 90s as well. So Mel Bridgman also involved with the LA Kings minor hockey program back in the early 2000s as well. And then maybe one of the most recognizable writers of the last 50 years around the National Hockey League. We lost Larry Brooks last week at the age of 75. And obviously his battles with John Tortorella continued to be viral sensations on social media and top 10 lists on hockey networks and sports networks everywhere. The amount of time, I think a lot of people probably didn't even read Larry Brooks, but knew Larry Brooks just simply by Brooksy, by the amount of times that he had his back and forth. Did you ever have a back and forth with Larry Brooks? Or
I mean, I talked to him, and I always read what he had to say because he was brilliant. He's so good, but he never went after. He didn't go after visiting team guys. Just the Rangers.
Just the Rangers guys.
Go after the guys you see every day.
Yeah, exactly.
So to Mel Bridgman and Larry Brooks, gone but not forgotten. Okay, that'll do it for this week's edition of the Clearing the Crease podcast. He's Commie, he's Razor. Hey, a quick shout out to our producer, Stu Stone. Happy birthday, Stu! Thanks so much for all you do. There you go. And Commie said he's going to share all his winnings with you.
Yeah, drinks on me here. Right, boys. You got a nice little ticket.
There you go. Don't forget, November 25th, it's the Clearing the Crease poker tournament coming up. Your chance to play for free and a chance to win some real cash. So sign up. Look for the links on social here in the days ahead. And we will see you next week right here on the Clearing the Crease podcast powered by BODOG.